Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wanted to share a couple of thoughts, reflections on what by now has reached a lot of people through social media, WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and that is a social experiment done by a woman here in Kentucky, Nikolai Monroe, in which she called numerous houses of worship for different religions, so churches, masaajid, synagogues, Buddhist stupas, and she was playing in the background the noise of a crying baby. And she claimed, "I need assistance getting baby formula." This is making the rounds among Muslims for good reason, understandable reason, which is it appears the few masajid that she called, at least most of them confirmed, "Hey, we will help you, we'll buy you baby formula, let's figure out how to get it to you." Whereas the majority of especially Protestant churches declined to assist her. There's two main reflections that I have that I think, inshallah, our Muslim brothers and sisters here locally in Louisville would do well to think about. The first is that, alhamdulillah, it is heartwarming to see that many of the masajid, although it was just a few that were called as part of this experiment, it seems that most of the masajid answered yes to her in terms of, yes, we are willing to help you. In particular, one masjid that comes to mind, the Islamic Center of Charlotte in North Carolina. So, bravo to those masajid. May Allah reward them. And I know it feels good to live vicariously through that success. Completely understandable. I do want us to also, along with that vicarious feeling of accomplishment, we need to at the same time look at ourselves. So you sitting here listening to this, sit with yourself and ask, am I playing an active part in our community? Am I playing an active part in looking out for the poor, looking out for those who are less fortunate, looking out for those who might be sick, who might be in need? Are we looking out for, say, widows, battered wives, those who have just lost their homes, lost their jobs? And more broadly, what would happen if you got the call? Or if the masjid that you go to got the call, "Hey, baby playing in the background. I need baby formula. Very desperate. Please, can you help me?" Would you answer yes? More to the point, pausing now, you're listening to this. Are all of your actions, maybe from the day before, the week before, the month before, would your actions suggest that you would answer yes? This is a call to action for each and every Muslim. Your actions need to put you in a position where you may be able to answer yes to whomever asks for assistance. One of the brothers of the Muhsineen, mashallah, may Allah reward him, he taught me a word bil Arabi, and that word is hirs. Ha ra sod. Hirs. Hirs is the desire to do good. In English, I don't want to pick too complicated of a word. You could think of it as audacity, the courage to actually put your money where your mouth is, to actually walk that walk and not just talk the talk. Another word in English, and I just throw this out because I'm a lover for kind of language. Gumption. Do you have the gumption to actually act in accordance to the Quran and Sunnah? Or do you just think it's sufficient that, I read a little bit of the Quran, I talk a good game, but I'm not really present. I'm not really engaged. So that's the first reflection, the first takeaway. Study your life, your actions from yesterday, your actions from last week, your actions from last month, and ask yourself sincerely, would you answer yes if you got the call? Would you be in a position where you're supporting your masjid so that the masjid answers yes? And if you're honest with yourself and you find maybe I'm missing something there, will you then step up and have that hirs, that audacity to do good? And from now on, your actions are going to line up with what you say. The second reflection is, subhanAllah, there's a term that, especially for the younger generations, they tend to have either bad experiences or because of the internet, they have misconceptions of this term, which is aqidah. Aqidah is, they translate it as creed, but basically it is what you are bound to believe that forms how you think, how you speak, how you act. Now, as Muslims, we have our own aqidah, al-Islam. This builds our entire worldview. What we have to be careful of, each and every one of us, is if you are not actively holding on to the aqidah of al-Islam, you run the risk of people from outside of the Muslim community. They will try to sneak in other aqa'id into your mind. And I'll give an example, and it's actually related to the social experiment. So I mentioned that the lady from Kentucky, she found out that a large number of Protestant churches rejected her. They said, no, we're not going to help. Protestant Christians, they have this aqidah. So this aqidah is different from al-Islam, and we completely reject it. They have this aqidah. Sometimes you'll hear it referred to as the Protestant work ethic. Basically, they have the belief that if you are poor, or if you become poor, that is directly related to the fact that God is displeased with you. God is punishing you. And then vice versa, if you are rich or you are made rich, they believe that that directly has to do with God is pleased with you and is rewarding you. This is batil. This is falsehood. in Islam, one's poverty or one's prosperity does not have to do with God likes you, God doesn't like you. But to the Protestants, this is. So I'm going to mention something indirectly. I think the adults listening to this will understand what I'm getting at. I don't want to mention it directly in case there are children listening. But lady calls. She has a baby crying in the background. She says, I'm poor. I need baby formula. That's the funny part as well. She wasn't even asking for money. She was asking for baby formula. And these Protestants that turned her away, more than likely, they thought that she was a blank. I think the adults can kind of put two and two together. So they thought, oh, God is punishing her. No, she doesn't deserve help. God is displeased with her. In Islam, we do not accept that. That is not part of our aqidah. Whether one is poor, middle class, rich, it is understood to be God examining the hearts of those people. So whether you're poor or you're rich, you shouldn't be arrogant. Now, people will go, well, it makes sense, if you're rich, don't be arrogant. But even if you're poor, you shouldn't be arrogant and think, oh, I'm so wonderful. That rich person is actually, a terrible person. Poverty and prosperity are both examinations of the heart. Whether we maintain reliance upon Allah, utilizing what Allah gave us, whether we keep away from arrogance, or maybe we adopt arrogance, either because, oh, look at me, I'm so rich, or as a kind of like a mental defense mechanism where it's like, I'm poor, but it's because I'm chosen. This is Protestant work ethic. This is the Protestant aqidah, and we have to be careful. It is important that we hold firm to Islam, including the aqidah, so that we are protected from accidentally or subconsciously being sold the aqa'id of either other religions or even secularism and other ideologies. Those are the two reflections that, inshallah, our brothers and sisters in our local community will find beneficial to think upon. I ask Allah to benefit each and every one of you, to protect each and every one of you from harm. What I said that is correct is from Allah. What I say in error is from the shaitan, and I want to be far away from that. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum.